Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Tresor. If this is your first time on this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, listen, I love you, man. I really appreciate that you like my videos, that you comment, that you share, that you're excited every time I post. Y'all keep doing the things and I appreciate you so much. And hello to all 800 of you subscribers. Hello, hi. It brings me so much joy because it means that we are so close to 1,000 subscribers, which I have been hoping for quite some time. So I can't wait for us to hit 1K, and then we'll see what we're gonna do when we hit 1K. Comment in the section down below. How should we celebrate these 1,000 subscribers? I would love to know. All right, before we get into the content of the day, I want to give a big shout out to Amarinus Hotel for doing the things by allowing me to use their space. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much for partnering with my brand. Thank you so much for partnering with several other Malawian brands and just supporting the artist industry, the media industry, and just supporting the Malawian in general. Thank you. All right, now if you can see from the title of the video, today we are talking all things microblading. Yes, microblading is an actual word. I didn't make it up. If you've never heard about microblading eyebrows, microbladed brows, micro shaded, ombre shaded, there's a lot of things these days. If you've never heard of any of those things, hopefully by the end of this video, your story would have changed, honey. So by this time, I'm sure that you have watched my eyebrow microblading vlog or healing process. And I'm going to get my eyebrows microbladed. Whoop, whoop. 40 minutes from now is when the actual microblading procedure will start. We're not completely done yet. We are. I think she just has to wipe this off. Not sure what I would have titled it by the time that you're watching this video, but you would have seen some sort of vlog about me getting my eyebrows microbladed. Now, I thought it would be really important for me to do a sit-down video where I go into the details of like, what is microblading? Why did I personally do it? What kind of process do you have to go through to get your eyebrows microbladed? How much does it cost? And things of that nature. So if this sounds like a video that you would be interested in watching, definitely keep watching. So, number one, what is microblading? So microblading is basically it's like a semi-permanent tattoo. That's the easiest way that I can explain it. It's basically taking some ink and like injecting it into the layers of your skin. Why we do what we do as women, I do not know. Or as people in general, not just before the, I don't know, activist gods come against me about, being gender biased. What we do as human beings in general. I don't know why we do the things that we do, but we do them anyway. I'm going to tell you why I did what I did with my eyebrows. But yeah, the point is, microblading is literally injecting some ink into your brows so that you have a permanent kind of tattoo look on your eyebrows. Now, the benefit of it lasts 1 to 3 years. Yes, 1 to 3 years now. Listen, if you are somebody who does your makeup on a daily basis, you know what a blessing it is to have eyebrows that are just done. And that brings me to the reason why I personally decided to get my eyebrows microbladed. I've been wanting to do my eyebrows get my eyebrows microbladed for over 4 years, literally. Before I finally did it, it was over 4 years. I'm just that kind of person who thinks about things for a very long time before I commit to them. So for example, before I got my locks, it wasn't just that, let's get locks, and then I went to go and get the locks. I thought about it literally for about a year, if not 2 years, before getting my locks locked, my hair locked. So I tend to think about things for quite some time if I'm going to make like a major decision like that. So it was the same with the microblading. The first time I ever heard about microblading was from Dr. Nosipho. I'm going to link the video down below, like in the description box, for you guys to go and watch that video because she did a really good job at explaining microblading and showing us her microblading process. And that was several years ago. That was the first time that I had ever heard about it. And from the time that I saw it, I was like, listen, I'm finna do that because I'm not trying to draw my brows on every day. that process is tiring. But also at that time, I was terrible at drawing the eyebrows, okay? I did a terrible job. So I was very frustrated with that process of like drawing on your eyebrows every day. And then some days they look nice and some days they don't. And then that whole thing that people say that brows are sisters and not twins. Listen, house society, I'm tired of this. And it would take me forever to do my brows. And you know, like again, if you're into makeup, you know that like if the brows are not browing, the rest of the face will not be facing, you know? So that's why for me, it was very important to get my brows microbladed, because I had gotten to a place where I was tired. I was like, no, man, now this can't be life. I can't be drawing my brows every day. So let's get something done about this. So if that's you as well, you're sitting and you're watching this video and you're kind of at that same place where you enjoy a face that's a little bit done up, then microblading might be a good option for you, because honestly, once your brows are done, they're good to go. And that for me was really the goal, and the desire was like, okay, let me get something done where I don't have to put in too much effort into doing my face every day. And that's what I feel microblading does for you. Once your brows are done, you're good to step out of the house and everything is dandy, you know? So yeah, that's about microblading. How much does it cost? Let's talk about that, because you need to know about the shmoney, honey, before you commit to doing it. Here in Malawi, microblading will cost you anywhere between 100,000 to 300,000. Yes, I allowed a moment of silence and the pin to drop, because you might be watching it and thinking, what? You understand how much on your brows? But let me tell you, it is so worth it, because like I said, microblading will last, if it's done well, it will last anywhere between 1 year to 3 years. Now that means within that 1 to 3 year period, one, you're cutting down on cost of buying like whatever it is that you use for eyebrows. If you use a pencil, if you use a brow pomade, if you use whatever, you know, all the things that we use. Going to get your brows tweezed or waxed or all the jazz that goes into eyebrows. You gotta cut down on the costs of that when you get your eyebrows microbladed. So you can, if you really want to do the math, you can calculate how much it costs you in a year to get all of those products that you get to do your brows on a daily basis, and then compare it to, you know, the microbladed brows. So number one, you can say goodbye to spending money on getting all of those things once you put this lump sum of money to getting your brows microbladed. But also, why I think that it's worth it to spend that amount of money on your brows is because, y'all, like the amount of work and effort that it takes for somebody to literally semi-permanently tattoo. The English is not Englishing, but you get what I mean. To tattoo, basically, your skin is not just... It's worth it. Yeah, you're paying for what the person is doing. You're paying for their time, which brings me to how long does it take to get the process done. Microblading will take about 2 hours or 2.5 hours, sometimes 3, depending on the brow technician that's working on your face. And so I thought that that's also something important for you to know, so that you don't think that you're going to walk into a shop, 15 minutes, get your brows done, and then you're walking out. No, honey, it's a commitment. You've got to make a commitment. You're making a commitment with your money, you're making a commitment with your time, and you're definitely making a commitment with your face, because it definitely changes the appearance of your face. I think, semi-permanent makeup or any permanent anyway. What do they call it? PMU. I think permanent makeup. Something. I don't know. But anything that's going to be permanent is or even if it's semi-permanent, is a commitment. So you definitely want to think about it. Like I said, you don't have to think about it for like 4 years like I did. And to be honest, it wasn't that I was thinking about it for that long. I think I thought about it for about like a year or two and decided, okay, I'm going to commit, I'm going to do this. But within that period, it was also looking for who can do this well. Because that is important. Listen, I'm not going to just let you touch my face and draw things on my face because I've seen things, scary things. I've tried to insert things and pictures of like bad microbladed looks. You don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to do that to yourself. So you want to make sure that as you are making this commitment, honey, do your research. Do your research so that you don't just get any Jin Jack and Jan doing your face, okay? So yeah, it's really, really important to make sure that you make, like I said, a commitment with your money, with your time, and with your face, all right? What else do you need to know about microblading? Let's talk about the process itself. The microblading process. So this is technically how it works. Before you get your brows actually done, you're gonna obviously book an appointment with whoever is gonna be doing your brows. And like y'all, sometimes you have to book that way in advance. that's the story for another day. So once you get your appointment done, you most likely go in and your brow technician will look at your brows, and a good brow technician will explain to you the process. The not so good brow technicians will just start working on your face, which I find very frustrating. I think it's important to explain to your client what you're about to do and what they're about to get themselves into, and not just to assume that they know. If you're like me, then you've watched tons of YouTube videos before you're gonna do it, but not everybody does that, you know. So a good brow technician will explain to you, like, this is what I'm about to do on your face, this is what you can expect, this is, you know, like the level of pain that's involved and things like that. So normally a good brow tech will start by doing that, and then once they've done that, they will either start by, number one, numbing your brows with an anesthetic, or they're going to start by mapping out your brows. So again, if you've watched my vlog on like my microblading experience, you would have seen like the mapping out process. So they're going to start by mapping out your brows so they can get the perfect shape. It looks funny because they literally use like a ruler, and there's like all these lines and stuff on your face because they're trying to make sure that they get the perfect shape that suits your face. So they will map and they will numb your brows. Now the numbing process, depending on the type of numbing cream that your brow technician is using, can take anywhere between 15 minutes to 1 hour. Yes. Don't trust me, like I keep saying, it's a commitment, ladies. It is a commitment. But yeah, the numbing process will take about 15 minutes to 1 hour. So you're gonna have to sit during the duration of that time with a numbing cream on your face, so that when the brow tech starts, you don't feel as much pain, because the truth is they use this little needle tool that will inject this ink into your skin. So it's like making little cuts into your skin and putting in like ink. That's kind of the process. That's the best way that I can explain it. So obviously if they're making like little cuts into your skin, you don't want to feel that unless your pain threshold is like way high. So yeah, that's why you have to make sure that you get numbed. Now for me, I'm paranoid, so I had to make sure. I was like, I texted the honey before I went for my appointment. I was like, you do use numbing cream, right? Because Malawians will shock you. So please make sure that your brow tech is going to numb you before they do their process, because I'm not trying to die just because I was trying to get cute brows, okay? So yeah, numbing process. Once that is done, the brow tech will actually start the process itself, which, like I said, she'll use a little needle-like tool to do the drawing and the injecting of the ink itself. And that process itself takes about like 45 minutes or so, depending on your brow tech. So also, depending again on the technique that your brow technician is using, as well as your pain threshold, your brow tech might have to put in a second layer of numbing cream at some point during the process. So you can expect that. That had to happen for me because your girl was dying. I would not lie. She had to numb me like 3 times. And now I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it's because I'm a baby and that I can't take pain, or there was just something that was not something that day. Because yay, at that point I almost cried. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Why did I start? But the thing is, once you start, you started, baby. Like, you can't get out of it. So that was a thinking about it now, I was like, I will never do this again, like ever. And then like 2 weeks after that, I was like, I'm ready to go and get my touch up. Which brings me to the next part of this video. Once the process itself, the procedure itself is done, like I said, that part takes about 45 minutes, but the total thing will take about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, depending on the procedure that your tech follows. Once that is done, your technician will tell you, most of them will tell you that in about 4 to 6 weeks, you can come and get a touch-up. The touch-up is absolutely necessary, in my opinion, because once you're done the process itself, your brows need to go through a healing process. Now, during that healing process, once that healing process is done, is when you're going to be able to see like spaces that maybe the ink didn't take very well, or just spaces that you want her to redo and that kind of a thing. That's why it's absolutely important to go back for a touch-up after 4 to 6 weeks. And like I said, once the process itself is done, you have to go through 2 weeks of healing. So if you watched my videos, which ones? The Q&A that I did about the getting a job online, as well as the 2023, like when we start, how to succeed in 2023 video, you will see that my brows were extremely dark. They were like black, chocolate black. You might have thought that like I don't know, maybe I just drew my eyebrows on very dark on that day. No, honey, no. My brows were still healing. And let me just tell you, please prepare yourself. If you can lock yourself up in your house for 2 weeks, during those 2 weeks, do it, honey. Because you're going to go out looking like, and you're going to go cray-cray, you're going to look crazy during the healing process, okay? Let me just give you that disclaimer so that you're not shocked when it's happening, because that healing process will show you things. Because as it's healing, you're going to go through scabbing, right? So some parts are going to scab, and while that's happening, you have some parts of the brow that like have scabbed, and then some parts that haven't. So like I said, you look crazy. And it's just, the healing process is interesting. It's itchy. During that process, you can't touch your brows, you can't wash your eyebrows for 2 whole weeks. You cannot make up your eyebrows, like you cannot put any makeup around that area for 2 whole weeks, which, listen, 2 weeks is a long time. And if you're somebody who puts on makeup every day, if you're somebody who obviously washes your face morning and evening, those 2 weeks, like your typical African person, they will show you flames those 2 weeks, but you get through it. And like I said, it's worth it in the end. Yeah, I think I should do a whole separate video on just like the healing process, because I saw things. I saw things, that there are moments where people are just looking at your face like, what's going on? There's sometimes where it looks dark, sometimes where it just looks ashy, sometimes where it looks super shiny. And then there are those moments where it's itching, like itching, but you cannot scratch, because if you do that, you're going to mess with the healing process. You're going to infect your brows, and you don't want to do that. So yeah, these are the things that we put ourselves through. For what reason? I don't know, but I do know. But this is what my brows look like now, okay? I don't know if you can really see it very well, but if you watched the vlog, then I think you kind of saw the process of like what my brows looked like before I got them microbladed and after I got them microbladed. Finally, where can you get your eyebrows microbladed? I thought that this would be a very important thing to include in this video, because on this channel we love to plug each other. I believe in plugging my fellow brothers and sisters. Why am I saying brothers? Because you might be a brother watching this video and you want to plug your girl, or you want to plug your sister, or you want to plug your mother and pay for a brow appointment for her. Do the things, man. What you waiting for? If you want to know where you can get it done, there are 3 main places that I know, or that I personally have heard of in Malawi, where you can get your brows microbladed. Number 1, Real Beauty Solutions. Hey, that one, she deserves an award. She was the goal for me. She was the person that I really wanted to get my eyebrows microbladed with. It didn't happen because of other reasons, but ultimately, when I look at the brows that the microbladed brows that she's done, I feel like she's the best in the industry in Malawi. Personal opinion, you can big step up, comment in the section down below if you would like to comment in the section down below who you think is currently doing the best job at it in Malawi. But yeah, Real Beauty Solutions, she's based in Lilongwe, but I know that from time to time she'll travel to Blantyre and take on some clients in Blantyre as well. So you can search her on Facebook, on Insta, go find her. And I think that you will not be disappointed with the work that she does. There's also Brows by Serene. I also think that she's doing a pretty good job. You can also find her on Facebook and Instagram. And finally, Beauty by Spiwe. She's a makeup artist, and she also does microblading. So those are the 3 people that I thought, let me plug my sisters, let me plug my people, and tell them where they can get this whole thing that I've just spent a whole good amount of time talking about. Where can you get that done? Those are the people that you can contact and find on the social media spaces if microblading is something that you would like to get done. Alright, we did it! I feel like I just taught a class. I feel like I need a masterclass space on microblading. Let me know in the comment section down below. Is this something that you would do? Would you consider permanently or semi-permanently tattooing your eyebrows so that you don't have to draw on brows every day? Would you spend that amount of money on your brows? Like, I just want to know, what do you think about microblading? And is it something that you would consider doing, or have you done it before? And if you have, what was your experience like? Would you do it again? I want to know all the deets, everything that's going on in your life concerning microblading. Please let me know in the comment section down below. All right, honeys, that is it from me. I love you so much. Thank you so much for liking my videos, sharing, commenting, and doing the things that must be done. Please don't stop. Also, turn on those notification bells so that you can get notified every time that I upload a new video. and see you in my next video. Bye.
So one more thing before I go, or maybe two. I had filmed this video a long time ago. Today, when I'm recording this voiceover, is currently the 27th of October, and I filmed that video, I don't know, like more than 4 months ago. And after filming the video, I went and did it again. Yep, I redid my brows. I went to get them microbladed a second time, and I don't mean a touch-up, I mean a correction, because I was not fully satisfied with the results of that first procedure, and that's what I've been talking about in this video. So I'm definitely going to film another video for you guys. Please stay tuned for that, and that's really primarily the reason why I'm recording this right now, is to let you know that I have done it again. And I'm going to film another video to tell you guys about the correction process and why I decided to do it and how happy I am with the final results. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And the second thing I wanted to tell y'all is I mentioned 3 people doing microblading here in Malawi, but there's a 4th. Yeah, she's just recently started. Her name is Zamiwe. You might know her. She's a makeup artist as well, and I think she's doing the things. So I would bump her up. You know, when I talked about Real Beauty Solutions being like top of the things here in Malawi, I will put Zamiwe like probably right under her, because from what she's just started, but her work looks so good. So I'm highly recommending and plugging her to y'all. Okay, bye.